Hey y'all. Hi. So here's what happened. The brand ZEESEA, which I recently did a self-sponsored review of, I had placed an order from them, received some things in the mail, and then I opened them and I tested them out and reviewed them on camera. They saw that video and then they contacted me and they said that they would like to send me a couple of more things in the mail. And I was like, okay. But I didn't really know what they were sending. I didn't know what to expect. And then today, a box arrived with these unbelievably beautiful boxes inside of it. So I opened it and I started opening these boxes, and the first one I opened one of these little ones. I opened it, and then because of what was inside, I gasped so loudly and honestly swore in some pretty intense language. And Joe came running and he was like, "What is it? What's wrong?" And I was just like, I was so surprised because it's something so exquisite and it was so unexpected. And based on my reaction, he was like, "You have to film yourself opening the rest of these boxes." And I was like, "No, I want to open them right now. How dare you tell me that I have to set up the camera and the lights and delay this gratification?" And he was like, "You just have to." And so I agreed with him. I set up the lights. I even took the time to put on these red nails so that we would be all matchy-matchy. And now I'm going to proceed. I know what's in one of these boxes, but I don't know what's in any of the rest of them. And so it's going to be like a relatively uninformed, just indulgent unboxing of some very beautiful things just for fun. If this is your first time to my channel, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. I'm Hannah and I absolutely love beautiful things. I'm not going to try to convince you to buy stuff, and I definitely don't want to encourage overspending, but I do enjoy just indulging in the love of beautiful things and celebrating the fact that beautiful things can bring so much joy to our lives. So if that sounds good to you, I hope you'll subscribe to my channel. Now, without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into the meat of this video. So I said that I had no idea what was inside these other boxes, but they do have words on them. So the one that I had opened, it says Gilt Gold Dragon Velvet Lipstick, and I'll open that one first in a minute. I'm going to zoom you in. But this one says Gilt Gold Phoenix Luxury Makeup Foundation Lotion, and so does this one. And then these ones that are in blue, this one on the back says that it's an eyebrow pencil, brocade carp silk smooth eyebrow pencil. This one says Dear Autumn Air Ink Eyeliner. And this one says Crane Praise Oriental Makeup Base. So let's just start with the red ones and then we'll do these blue ones. The box is really amazing looking, as you can tell, and it's also pretty heavy. So when I saw that it said lipstick on it, that it said velvet lipstick, and I felt how heavy it was, I was like, how can this be a lipstick? Well, this is how. That was the moment when I absolutely gasped and lost my head. I mean, honestly, you guys, how can one be expected to live one's life? So that would be exciting enough, even if it were just an ordinary lipstick inside. But it's not an ordinary lipstick. And first of all, it has this like beautiful magnetic closure. That's amazing. And then just look. I don't know if I will be able to bring myself to swatch it. And I think that the other two, because they say the same thing on the cover, are probably the same design. Like it's probably dragons as well. And if that's the case, I will probably only keep one and I'll give the other two away as gifts. And I don't want to swatch all three of them because I want to be able to give two of them away intact. So let's go ahead and open the other two and then we'll see what we see. So that one was number 1, and this one says it's number 5, and this one is number 8. Let's open number 5. Oh, look at that color. I loved the other one because it was so brilliant red, like so fluorescent red. And I really love the bright red color with the engraving. But this one is an incredibly pretty color and obviously more wearable in its way. And the engraving looks really pretty on this too. But yeah, it seems that everything about this is exactly the same except for the color of the lipstick. And they both look super matte as well. All right, let's look at M08. Oh, this one's another really brilliant red. Look at that. This is a rich, deep red though. More of a blood red. This is honestly some of the most, I mean, it may be the most beautiful makeup I've ever seen. It's like, it's a lot. It's obviously, it's like a very maximalist thing. It's like more is more, but it's just executed so well. It feels luxurious. It feels, I mean, it, it feels like something that like Gucci would do and charge like $100 for it, or like $500, you know? Like it feels like something just exorbitantly and insanely high end. I wonder how much they cost. Okay, so I just looked them up on the ZEESEA website, and they actually are on the ZEESEA website. I haven't seen them before, but they are up there now. And these are the only 3, even though they're MO. I'm afraid to put it down. I don't want it to touch the table and like ruin the embossing. Even though they're MO1, MO5, and MO8, there isn't like a 1, a 2, a 3, and a 4. These are the only 3. They cost $27. It says right now I'm looking at the site and it says that that they're $29, but that they're on sale for $27. But in any case, they're roughly $30. So I'm showing you the 3 of them so that you can like see the colors by comparison. I'm actually not sure that the colors are picking up on camera the way that they look in real life. In real life, this one looks like a brilliant, like straight, almost like slightly orangey fire engine red. This one looks almost pinky mauve, and this one looks like a deep, rich, like burgundy red. I might grab some of my other lipsticks so I can let you know. I won't be swatching them, but I can let you know like what they look similar to so that you have a frame of reference. Here on the left is ZEESEA's MO5, which I'm looking on the website, they're calling it Princess. And here on the right is Charlotte Tilbury's Bond Girl. So MO5 is obviously more red than Bond Girl. It's not quite as berry toned, it's not as soft of a color, but you can see that it's kind of in that same realm compared to, for example, the red of my fingernails. I almost feel like MO5 here it's kind of what they call a nude red, or a red nude. I feel like this is the only time that a Charlotte Tilbury lipstick has ever felt chintzy to anyone. It's just that compared to this one, honestly, it feels a little bit chintzy. And there you can also see the size comparison. This is Lisa Eldridge's Velvet Dragon, and I recently did a really thorough comparison of Velvet Dragon to all of the other reds in my collection. So that video, and I'll link that down below, will give you a good idea of where this stands as a red. And you can see this is what MO1, which ZEESEA is calling Empress. you can see what MO1 looks like next to it. So that's pretty true to life, at least as far as I can tell in the little screen of my camera. The ZEESEA lipstick is definitely brighter. Velvet Dragon has that lovely burnt quality to it. It's brighter, it's a bit lighter, but they're definitely kind of doing similar things. They have similar intentions. And then I want to look at MO8, which ZC has named Queen. I want to look at it next to these Glossier lipsticks, Driver and Disco, because they are both kind of like a slightly deeper red, which this one is too. But one of them is cool toned and one of them is warm toned. I find these to be really good reference points for slightly deeper reds, just in terms of not even necessarily looking at the liquid, but just in terms of like the way that they're presented, like the way that the plastic is colored. So we've got Disco all the way on the right, Driver in the middle, and obviously the ZC lipstick MO8 on the left. And I hope that it's picking up on camera, but in person, it looks more like Driver. The ZC lipstick is more of a match for Driver. It's maybe not quite as cool toned, like maybe not quite as berry toned as Driver. I hope that these will look more true to life in the footage than they're looking to me on the little camera monitor right now, because on the monitor they look like they're pretty bright reds, and in reality it's like a brick. They're like brick reds. That's actually exactly how I would describe, definitely how I would describe MO8, but maybe not a brick red that has like that warmth to it, just like a mid soft brick. I think that Driver is probably the closest thing to this that I have in my collection, because I don't tend to wear reds that are even close to being cool toned, and this is like more cool toned than, for example, the other two. I've kept Driver because I love this formula so much, but it's definitely the only thing that I have that's quite like this. What insanely beautiful works of art. I feel like I'm getting the chance to touch something that belongs in a museum, and it's hard to fathom even putting it on to my face. We'll see if I work up the courage to do it, maybe in like a get ready with me or something in the near future, but for the time being, I'm going to put these back into their velvet boxes. Okay, so those were the lipsticks, and gosh, oh, I forgot to put the little vellum papers back in. Okay, I was about to say those are the lipsticks, and now I kind of feel spent. I can't believe that there are yet more things to open. I just feel like what more could there possibly be? They're just so insane. But there is more. Let's move on to these other two red boxes. So these are the ones that say on them makeup foundation lotion. And they have these little stickers, which I had already taken off of the lipsticks. Okay. Oh my God. You're kidding me. How is this even a thing? You guys, I cannot overstate how luxurious it feels. It's not just how it looks. It feels so solid and heavy. Wow. I mean, honestly, this doesn't have the magnetic closure. It just pushes on. So it says that it's a foundation lotion, and I don't wear foundation, but the word lotion in the title kind of gives me hope, because I do enjoy, or I enjoy the idea of like really light coverage or skincare foundation products, although I usually just use a little bit of concealer. But I also kind of struggle to find a shade match, and they did send two shades. So this one is W02 and this one is 03. Oh, this one's N03. I'm going to open it too so that I can compare the shades. Oh yeah, they do look like, well, no, it's kind of hard to tell. Okay, so this one says NO3 and this one says WO2. I'm gonna swatch them. I'm worried that both of them will be too dark. I don't wanna, I kind of don't want to pump the pump because in case I decide to give them away. I'm gonna just swatch them like this. So this one on the bottom is WO2. It does feel really smooth and like lotiony and skincare. That's nice. And then this top one is NO3. So yeah, WO2 might work for me. I'll probably try it on my face at some point. It's a little bit hard to see the difference between them. So they've dried down a little bit and darkened a little bit. I think that if either of them is going to work, it's definitely going to be WO2. If I do end up trying this and I have anything to tell you about it, I'll report back at some point, maybe briefly in my reckoning, but I probably won't end up spotlighting this anymore on my channel because it being a Chinese makeup brand, they only have 3 shades, 3 really light shades in 3 different undertones. And I know that there are a lot of you out there who wouldn't be able to wear any of the 3, so it's not something that I'm going to spend a lot of time on my channel. But what a beautiful bottle. I mean, it was really fun to open them up. It's fun to see something so exquisitely fashioned. Also, just from those little swatches, I could tell that this is pretty heavily scented. It smells like lightly floral, not too intense, not too offensive, but the scent is definitely present. I forgot to put the little vellum things back on again. All right, let's look at what's in these blue boxes. So those red boxes were obviously incredibly powerfully beautiful, but these are also really pretty. I mean, look at this little fish and this little deer. I can't remember what these said. Okay, so this says it's an eyebrow pencil. Let's open this one first. Oh, it might have a sticker as well. I mean, I'm thinking like, what could they possibly do with an eyebrow pencil that, like, how could they possibly make an eyebrow pencil ornate enough to merit this outer packaging in the way that those lipsticks did? Oh my God. Holy bananas. Look at this. This is crazy. Are you seeing this? This is crazy. It's an eyebrow pencil. It looks like a golden magic wand, like a magic wand made out of solid gold. And it feels really heavy as well. It feels like a very, very expensive, like artist's tool, like something that you'd buy if you were a professional illustrator or calligrapher. Oh, I don't understand what this is. It's just unscrewed. And oh, maybe it's refillable. Maybe it's refillable. It looks like it's double-sided. Okay, so it's got the spoolie on one side, and yeah, and then this unscrews the tip. So this is like the stilo, the actual body of it. And the product is just in this little thing that screws in, so it's refillable. I hope it's refillable. I didn't look on the website to see if you can buy refills, but I assume that it is. Brocade Carp Silk Smooth Eyebrow Pencil. It's very heavy. It is the heaviest eyebrow pencil I've ever held by far. I mean, it's like 3 times heavier than any eyebrow pencil I've ever held. I feel like, how can I use this? I'm not a princess or something. Like, like it feels like an eyebrow pencil for royalty. I'm gonna swatch it. So it's definitely one of those extremely dry, like it's not a waxy or emollient pencil. It's one of those where you can make those teeny tiny hair-like strokes because it's kind of dry, which is nice. I like this kind of eyebrow pencil. So I'll definitely try this out and let you know how it went. It's insane. It's just like, it's so beautiful. And I love that. I love this carp. I just love that. I mean, I don't really imagine, I've never imagined that I would like love it for an eyebrow pencil. You know what I mean? Like I think of an eyebrow pencil as being something extremely utilitarian, and this is really the opposite of that, but you can't deny it's beautiful. All right, now I'm really dying to know what they did with the eyeliner. Dear Autumn Air Ink Eyeliner. Oh, it has stickers too. The stickers, they're getting me every time. I'm trying to take the stickers off really carefully because if I decide to give these as gifts, I don't want them to look like, I don't want to have torn up the box by taking off the sticker. Luckily they do, the stickers do remove without messing up the box, so it is possible. Okay, I lost a nail while I was taking off the stickers and I had to glue it back on, and then my camera battery died and I had to replace it, so it's been a journey, but we're back and ready to look at this Dear Autumn Air Ink Eyeliner. I assume it's going to be heavy and gold. It's really in there. Ooh, oh, I didn't see this. Underneath the foam is a little velvet like case for it. This is crazy. Look at this. Wow. So that your eyeliner can travel in style. This is another thing that I consider to be really a utilitarian thing. It's a brush tip eyeliner, which I don't really use. So I'm not gonna swatch this right now because I need to take some time. This is all just like brand new to me, and I need some time to like settle down and decide what I'm gonna do. Decide if I'm gonna try to like swatch this and review it, or if I'm just gonna give it away brand new to someone who does use liquid eyeliner. But you can see that it is very, very beautiful. And it does, the tip of it, which doesn't currently have ink in it because I haven't pumped it up, the tip of it does feel very sturdy and sharp, and it just overall looks very lovely. The makeup that I did try from ZEESEA, for the most part, has impressed me. I do think that they have good formulas, and obviously the attention to detail in the packaging, not just the aesthetics, but the way that the packaging performs is high. So I assume that there is a little velvet traveling case for this eyebrow pencil as well underneath there. I'm just going to check real quick and see. Yeah, there is. There's one underneath there as well. But that makes me wonder if the lipsticks have such a thing. I'm going to check one of the lipsticks really quickly to see if there's anything underneath the... no, in fact, I think that velvet inlay might actually be stuck down. I don't think that it's designed to come out. So there's not a little carrying case for the lipsticks. I mean, I can't imagine not storing the lipsticks in the boxes, to be honest. All right, let's open this final big box. Oh, it has stickers. Stickers! Oh. Oh, oh, this is so pretty. This is so, ooh, oh, it looks iridescent. It looks quite a lot like the VDL Lumi Layer Primer that I love so much. Wow, this might be something that I really like. Okay, really pretty. Clearly it has a velvet traveling case underneath it as well. And it's really heavy as well, like really luxe feeling. Oh, I like that red line around it. It's so pretty. Okay, this, I'm definitely gonna pump it out and swatch it. Oh yeah, look at that. I can't wait to use this on my face. It feels a little bit more thin than the VDL Lumi Layer Primer. Yeah, as I've rubbed this in and as it has dried down and soaked in, the finish has kind of gone away. It definitely has a little bit of a sheen, and it definitely feels like it's primed my skin a little bit because it feels really moisturized, but it ended up feeling really watery. Like the more I buffed it in, the more watery it became. So it's a much less dramatic finish than the VDL one, but it might perform well on the face. It might do a really good job, especially for natural makeup or for kind of like no makeup days. You can see that it has given my hand kind of like a brightened and smoothed finish when I compare it to my other hand, but it doesn't have that like beefy, really intense presence, like highlighting presence on the skin like the one from VDL was. Cool, I'm excited to try that. But yeah, it's quite watery. it doesn't pump out watery, it doesn't pump out like just like a watery liquid, but when you rub it in and it sort of starts to really become part of the skin, it really is very thin. Well, what fun that was, you guys. What an absolute bonanza of aesthetic bliss and surprise. I didn't know that that there was such a thing, and this was super fun. There were a couple of other things in the box. ZC put in a couple of their mascaras. They have these really interesting, colorful mascaras. I'll just show you I haven't even like taken off the outer wrapping yet. But I think this one, it's got like this spiky ball wand, and I think it might have some glitter in it or something. They have like glitter mascaras. They also put one of the Picasso lipsticks in, this one, which is Damoiselle d'Avignon. Demoiselle, what, how do you pronounce that Picasso painting? Les Demoiselles d'Avignon. I think that that's this painting. No, this is it. This is Les Demoiselles d'Avignon, the famous Picasso painting. So this is one of the Picasso lipsticks and it has that on it. And then there are a couple of other things like just their standard line of blush and a highlighter and an eyeshadow palette. But I'm gonna stop right now. I'm just gonna stick to having unboxed these ones, and I'll review those ones in future videos. Maybe I'll do another get ready with me or something, but I'll definitely be circling back. And if there's anything on the ZEESEA site that you're really curious about and you want my opinion on, or you want me to try or test, or you want to know if I have tried it, let me know in the comment section down below. But this is this is definitely like a really niche thing, right? Like I think these are very giftable. This is probably the most giftable makeup I've ever seen in my life. But it so flies in the face of like the philosophy that I have for utilitarian makeup, things that are short-term staples, like these, like especially the eyeshadow pencil or the eyeliner and the eyebrow pencil, and even like the makeup base and the foundation. And those of you who follow me, who watch a lot of my content, you know that, but you also know that I am a sucker for incredibly beautiful things and well-executed things, and I just couldn't not share the experience of discovering these beautiful pieces of makeup with you. So I hope that it was enjoyable to watch, just as a fun video and a way to spend a little bit of time together. And stay tuned if you are interested in reviews of the way that the products perform. Stay tuned. I'll definitely try on at least one of the lipsticks at some point, and I'll try the eyebrow pencil and the makeup base, and I'll let you know how it went. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to take extra good care of yourself, y'all, so that you can be the most effective versions of yourselves as you do your work in the world.